Okay. All right, there you go. Okay. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. This is another, I don't know, it's just got to be like 1,845 of stream tests. Hopefully we're getting close. So I will be popping over to the computer here to check stats and make sure this thing's not trying to burn itself. I've got NRL coming up on Saturday, so I'll do some practice there. Was hoping I'd find somebody with a lobby open, but since I don't see that happening right now, I'm gonna create my own. I'm just gonna do private so I can do this on my own for a while, and then we'll see how things go. Monitoring my stats here for the stream, especially frames dropped, skipped frames, and frames missed. They've got terminology for all of those things. Frames missed due to rendering lag, skipped frames due to encoding lag, and then dropped frames due to network. So if you understand what all the differences are, then you understand this better than I do. My goal, I guess, for tonight, well, I need to build a livery. That's one goal. And then my driving goal here is to get a 304 lap time, 304 lap time on the softs. I'm a little discombobulated, so I'm just gonna keep forging ahead here. Let's get some laps in. So got to do a out lap first, which will be 3+ minutes, and that hurts my knee, so that's gonna be fun. Try to keep an eye on the chat here too, so if anything sounds or looks out of whack, if you wouldn't mind dropping that into the chat so I know what it's looking like on your end and sounding like, and then I can maybe take care of that. Thank you. I bought some thermal pads that were supposed to be here today that I'm going to put inside the case to try to alleviate some of the overheating. But those got kicked into tomorrow for some reason. So basically on this out lap, I'm going to try to not kill the tires, but burn some gas. Where are we at? 94%. Ideally, I'd like to be at about 85% fuel when I cross the line. This is going to have to do with my qualifying strategy. Burning gas while saving tires is not really that easy. I will eventually try to ignore looking at OBS while I'm doing this, but for right now, because I've had so many problems, I'm gonna look over there. TCS1 will help save the back tires, but the back tires aren't the problem. Not the best angle. Not great. Ha! I'm gonna try, dude. Thank you. Tire wear is gonna be brutal for this race. This is for NRL, Naughty Racing League. I think I solved all my dropped frames and overheating, but we're gonna let this thing go for a while and find out. Shooting for a 304. Too much brake there. Yeah, that screwed me up. I think I can get an out lap and 2 hot laps. After that, these tires are dead. Not a 304, that's for sure. 307? Oh boy. Well, there were certainly some mistakes there. I am not sure it's going to be possible to beat that first hot lap because the tires are going to be gone. You're going to be a little lighter, but not enough. Yeah. This thing is rough. This track is rough. I don't really know it. Optimal of a 306.2. That's not great. Well, kind of good to know I can increase my, or get a better lap time in the second hot lap, because I really didn't think I'd be able to. I didn't see what I was at. I gotta be more aggressive here too. This is, right now, basically I am in practice for qualifying. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do in the race, but the tire wear on this car, or on this combo, is pretty brutal. This is the car. The Zagato, I think that's what it is. Can I go around on this thing? Yeah. Why am I ghosted? Why am I ghosted? I don't know. But that's the car. The tire wear is killing me, though. It's going to be a 10-minute qualifier, so with 3+ minute lap times, if you do the math there, pretty easy to tell, the most you're going to get is 4 laps. And if I do an out lap, a hot lap, and an in lap, I'm only going to get an out lap. So you cannot get 2 hot laps on fresh tires. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to try to get to the 3.0. I'd ideally like to be in the low 305 or into the 304s. But the other thing I noticed with this combination is that the weather, which I can't really tell what the weather is. Let's back out of here. Whoops. You know, you can tell the wind there, but it doesn't give you temperature and surface. The event settings, though, it's random. So I have noticed that when it's, you know, so I actually can't completely correlate the weather to the track conditions and times, but you could see the variable speed time times 7. So we're kind of tearing through time as well. And fuel at ×2, tire wear at ×5. Race finish delay. What about quali finish? Yeah, that's going to be tough. So I don't know. 180 seconds. Yeah, you should be able to get 4 full laps. Anyway, I'm trying to do 2 things. One is just learn the track better, understand my braking points and turn-in points and stuff like that, but then also try to strategize how am I going to handle quali. I think it's going to be an out lap, burn a bunch of fuel, and then get 2 hot laps. Unless something happens and you take on damage. With heavy damage, it's tough. Yeah, I agree. If it's tire wear race, qualifying position might not be very important. I agree with that. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do. It's softs and mediums available. Excuse me. Softs and mediums are available, but it seems like those softs really fall off on lap 4, like by 3 to 4 seconds. And I haven't tested the mediums enough to see if those will go 7 laps. I kind of don't think they're going to go 7 laps without dropping off. So I guess you could do 6 soft, or excuse me, 4 soft, 6 medium, or 5 medium, 5 medium, because there is no required tire. So at least right now, I think I'm planning to go medium, medium. And you're definitely, I don't think you can no stop this. I guess I should put the medium tires on and get a better gauge for wear. I can't imagine you'd save enough time no stopping. All right. You can, TCS1 help you save the rears, but the rears aren't the problem. Oopsie. Yeah, it's what's weird. I've been in a couple sessions, or at least one session, where I was faster on the mediums than I was on the softs, and it seemed like it had more to do with the weather than just driving, but hard to pinpoint. And it is a pretty slidey car. See the tire temps there too. Rather be safe than sorry. I agree. Because this is a pretty sketchy car. And I feel like I'm getting a decent handle on it, but when you're in the lobby with 13 other guys too, and who knows what everybody else is, what kind of practice they're putting in, or skill levels. I don't want to have incidents. You know what I mean? I know you do. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be 7 laps of tire, but that's what I'm here for, right? Try to figure some of this crap out. Ooh. Felt that. Really trying to get over these flat curbs. Yeah, can't read it right now. I'll go back when I can take a break here. Yeah, I have a bad habit of over-pressurizing. And I think mostly it's just I got to train my left foot to handle that better. Yep, I hear you. Yep, I think I saw the same video. The thing is, I've also heard Like Luke talks about that braking in this game is very different than iRacing. So some of the things that apply there just do not transfer, and you have to brake differently in this game, which basically is hard brake, hold at 50 and then trail. And then Luke also talks about more coasting, so like right there, mid-turn, slight coasting depending on the angle of a turn, but I don't know. Mostly right now what I'm trying to do is just get a better feel for this car and track and tire, because it wants to do that very easily. You know, it's a little bit of understeer with that snap oversteer, and then trying to manage the, you know, whatever 5x tire wear on a long track with lots of turns. Yeah, that's too slow. That minimum speed there should be closer to mid 90s. On these mediums, everything's got to go a little slower. I'll have to go back and watch the stream and collect all the math on lap times and deltas. Not that delta. Yeah, with heavy damage on too, I'm definitely more inclined to be a bit conservative. Well, that's a pretty good chunk of time in that sector that I reduced on mediums. That's good to know. Increase the throttle trim so the car, yeah, I'll have to look at that. I gotta brake a little earlier, I think. Optimal 305, barely. But that's not bad, since I did improve with mediums. That angle just doesn't feel right. I'm hitting that apex too early. That's slow. That's slidey. I'll have to go back and look at what you're saying about increasing throttle trim. Not sure I'm following. Lap 3. .94, that was better. It's one of my favorite features on this custom dashboard is that minimum corner speed. So it's just running a calculation to track the lowest speed over the last 6 seconds. So anytime I glance down after a turn, it's usually pretty accurate. I think you can see how dark it's gotten now. It's a pretty significant difference. How's work going, dude? If you're still there. Ooh. It's funny, man, the screen seems so much darker with this weather that like my ring light feels super bright now. I do have to get comfortable pushing a little harder here. Well, the sun's coming out. That back end just wants to let out, man. Missed the apex again. Peace. Yeah, I hear ya. This thing really doesn't want to downshift easily either. Like, you gotta be on the brakes, slowing down, it'll finally let you downshift. Boy, he really did his math, I think, on the tire wear to force some tough decisions. That wasn't great. I'm definitely not using all of the track. Like that was better, slow, but I used more of the track. Minimum setting on throttle. Oh, I got you. Okay. So in the actual controller settings. Yeah, that might help. I feel like mostly with my brake and throttle, it's just, that's what I like having this telemetry on, is it helps me instantly see how I'm doing with that. So that when I think I'm at 50% throttle and I can glance down and realize I actually dropped to 10%. But I might play around with that. Appreciate it. Well, I don't think I'll be dropping time anymore with these mediums, but we'll see how the wear looks. Almost lost it there. Feel it sliding out there. tricky, man. Can feel it understeering and just wanting to push out there. 4.5 laps and I'm at close to 50%. Did not want to shift there. Oh, almost lost it. Yep, plowing. Yeah, I think I gotta back my braking markers up just a little bit. I think I can be fairly consistent. I'm not sure I can push really hard though. Heavy damage, man. Well, that's sector 5. Apparently I can improve on. Oh, shit. Tried reading at the same time. Mirror the cam, the face cam? Yeah. Is that throwing you off? With the steering wheel going the opposite way? Well, let me just take a quick look here. 7 laps. Fuel is not an issue, so I could do 7.3, but I'm gonna be running these things. I mean, honestly, I think I'm gonna do 5.5. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can. Let me see. I think I've got to put a filter on. Is that how I do it? I actually don't know how to do this. Scaling, aspect ratio now. Wait a minute, can I just... No. Wait, did that do it? Yes, that will do it. I'm not going to get the size and the angle right probably, but... I have my preview super small, so I'm just trying to wing it here. See if... Yeah, my framing with the yellow is a little off, but I can fix that. But if that seems better, if that helps your brain. Yeah, I had somebody else I think was asking that same thing, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm never looking at it, so yeah, I see what you mean. I gotta see if I can scale up here and just kind of clean this up. Yeah, I think I threw my... This is really sensitive. Yeah, I think I can clean up my frame, but yeah, that makes sense that when I'm turning on track that way, it's not opposite. Okay, let me get this back. Shrink my preview. If I don't shrink my preview or hide it, my computer wants to start making toast. And yeah, we've got a couple drop frames, but it's so far it's stable. Okay, cool. We'll try that. Oh man, I guess I should get back on those softs. Thanks for the input, dude. Seriously, it's hard for me to manage the stream stuff. This is honestly why I haven't streamed in so long. It's trying to do all of this, which is actually over there, while driving and racing. I wonder now if I go to this cam, did that flip it? No. I think I'll leave this one though. I was going to use this angle or this scene for when I'm not racing and mostly just, talking to the camera. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then while driving now, this will match, sort of. It's the opposite, but I get it. I'll try it that way. And then when, 2.5 people complain that, why did you invert that camera? Because you know it's going to happen. All right, let's get back on the softs. And I'm going to check Discord too to see if anybody's talking about practicing. If I can get into a practice lobby with people that might be valuable. Where are we? And then let me just check to see if Papa's House of Game. Let's see. You've been known to be particular. Man, haven't we all? Nah, you might not be on. Papa from Papa's House of Game is also in my division. So I wanted to check and see if maybe if he's streaming now. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Today's not St. Yeah, that was yesterday. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday. Got it. Okay, let me just check the chat here. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. I probably did, but increased throttle trim. All right, dude. Have fun. Have fun working. Thanks for the input. See you next time. Thanks for just tuning into the stream. Appreciate it. Peace. Okay, I'm gonna do some more practice here after I check some stats. Make sure this thing is not blowing up yet. So far, so good. Only 8 frames missed due to a rendering lag, which isn't bad because I was screwing around more than I normally do. And as a note for me, watching this test stream, preview has been enabled the whole time. And at one point when I was flipping that camera, mirroring that camera, I did have to scale up my preview. So that took some CPU cycles as well, but I don't know. We'll see. We're on the softs. Let's run some laps, and then I'm probably gonna, I don't know. We'll do like an out lap, maybe 2 hot laps. See how I feel, but I'm not super locked into race mode here tonight. Let's leave it at that. 171. Why's that heating up? Missed it. Not great, but didn't kill me. Ah. Just don't know if I saved enough tires here for a fast lap. I think I can stay in third there. almost hit that curb. I mean, that wall. Ah, that was sloppy. It was going pretty well until there. I don't know how far down I was there. Had to try. That cost me 10th or 2. Yep, there it is. I mean, you're definitely running lighter for lap 3. Lap 4, there's no way I'm gonna get close. I don't know. Let me just get out of here. Seems like we're not, you know, being overwhelmed with viewers and viewer questions right now, which is totally fine. This is a test stream. Test stream number, I've lost track. And mostly I'm just trying to verify my settings are going to work here for next weekend. Next weekend and beyond, but starting with next weekend. NRL, round 1 practice. That's what I'm looking for. But that's not my division, so what to do? How long is this stream so far? 50 minutes. I'm thinking. Let me back out of here for a second. Is there a way? Excuse me while I try out. My old eyes cannot view some of these things so easily. Oh, well, that didn't help because now I can't get to the bottom of the... Are you kidding? Nope. Man, can you just... There's gotta be another way to do this, right? I don't know that much about OBS. So I'm struggling a little bit here. Let's go shrink this down, back to the screen. Go to this main lobby. Well, you know what? I know something I can do here. Maybe. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Dang. I wanted to go back and redo this. But I'm not gonna. How am I doing there? That's pretty good. Let's go back and see if there's anybody running some group 4 lobbies, and I can jump into there for fun for a race or 2. Yeah. Oh, I can go back and forth. Oh, that's cool. Well, I dropped another frame. Missed another frame. But overall, the performance looks like this is very good. Ah, I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off. I do have some drop frames due to network. I bet my children, no, or my family, maybe not necessarily my children, are on my Plex server. So let's take a look, because that could definitely impact my network. I'm not too concerned about right now. Anybody on there? No. Huh. No? No, it's not that. I don't know. It's a pretty minuscule amount. I do have a few dropped frames here and there. And this computer is starting to feel pretty warm. So let's go ahead and actually let me check activity. Not really doing a lot. I'm gonna disable the preview anyway. Mostly I'm talking so that if I go back and look at this, I can kind of see what's happening on screen and understand what I was doing at the time. All right, group 4 lobbies, anybody? Group 3 lobbies. Maybe not. I don't know. This might be an early night. There's NRL. Oh, I could look at that too. Let's do that. Oh, I know what else I can do. Hold on. Track. Hey? Nope, nobody's out there. Well, no public room. So let's see if I can figure out how to do a livery, because this is not really my forte. I've got to go get, gosh, how do I do this? I got to find the decals I need. Let's do this. Decals. NRL. No. Can I? Okay, so I need this. Select. And I need this, like, select. I might need this, I don't know actually. And I need the number plate. Oh man, whoops. I think I need this. I should have asked somebody to make a livery for me. I'm gonna have to figure it out myself. Mm. I feel like I'm missing somebody's. Little CJ. Yankees. Trails End. There's one missing. EGDR, something like that, right? Uh, hmm. Who is the other sponsor? I gotta look this up. I gotta look it up. Discord. Rulebook, maybe. So many things to keep track of in here. Here we go. DGDR. Trails End, Hankey's Tavern, Little C, Little J, CPA. Let's go back. DGDR. Go search. Decal. DGDR. DGDR. Which one do I like better? Which one's newer? Which one's more popular? Let's do this one. Okay. Okay, here we go. I don't think I have everything I need, but I've got enough to start on this livery. Let's first. I'm not going to change wheels. I'm not going to change arrow or style or any of that. I don't want that. I do want to go in here. I'm going to paint the car yellow. Throw these decals on. Throw the number plate on. I don't have that color. I'm just gonna have to go with the standard yellow. Okay, leave the wheels alone. Decals, here we go. Selection. DGDR at 28%. So let's just put this like at 28%. Where do I want to put that? I gotta put the number plate there, I think. Oh, let's do something like this. Okay, and then Trails End at 24%. My man Nuke. So we're gonna do this at 28%. Oops. No, 24%? That doesn't seem right. That seems way too small. Let's see. That seems way too small. Let's add the other Trails End on top of it, I guess. This one. That does fit. I don't know where I'm going to put that number plate. Okay, that's two of them. Hankey's at 20%. We'll do this one. Here. Pretty cool. We've got real life sponsors for this sim racing league. Duplicate opposite side, and then little J CPA 33%. Little J CPA 33%. I guess that's a minimum, but I'm gonna do that for now. Yes, I know my liveries are ridiculous because they're not anything. And then let's get the number plate on at least. I mean, am I supposed to not scale this? Because... I think, I don't know, someone's going to have to call me out or something. I guess I can put this together and then post it. Windshield banner. Yeah. Is it like... Can I do that? Okay. %. This has got to be riveting to watch if anybody's watching. 70%. That's not going to be enough room, is it? I have to shrink that center decal. Is that too as far over as it can go? No. Okay. Oh, I think that's in compliance. I hope. I do need to get my decal on there. We'll put the DR logo there too, I think. Whoops. So... I don't know. Save Z. So I have to do the numbers on the number plate and a number on the bumper. I mean, not the, yeah, the bumper. I don't know. Back here somewhere. Gotta be a number. Another DR logo, maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna win any livery contests, I can tell you that. But I think I'm in compliance, so. I'll get this done maybe tomorrow and then post it in the Discord. Somebody can tell me if it's not right. Okay. All right. Well, that stream is now over an hour. Don't know how riveting that was to watch. I did get some practice laps in, and I think I'm going to call it here. Pardon me. I'll go back and spot check this stream. Appreciate any of you who are watching now or who did tune into any of this. This has been another test stream, mostly just trying to make sure I've got everything sorted out here for the NRL race on Saturday. So I will be, NRL is the Naughty Racing League, run by McNaughty on YouTube. Look up his channel. And I am in the Saturday group, Division B. There is a Division A and a Division B. I did not make the cut for Division A. And which is, you know, the competition's pretty tough. And I'm not that great. I'm pretty good. I'm not that great, though. And so race 1 is this weekend. There will be total of 4 rounds. And then if I score enough points, I will advance to the finals. So we'll see. I'm going to do the best I can, but I wanted to have the streaming stuff set up and running mostly so that if somebody wants to watch my POV during the race, they can. And so that the production crew who does really a stellar job on these broadcast streams of the races, both Friday night and Saturdays, that they'll have that as an option if they would like to use my camera footage or my my point of view. But really you should check out McNaughty's channel, the Naughty Racing League, and subscribe to his channel so that you can watch these races over the next well, there will be 5 weekends of racing, but there's a couple breaks in there. So subscribe so you'll get notifications and you don't have to think about it. Cool. All right. I am signing out for tonight. Have a good one. See you next time.